We have a TikTok deal. It's going to be announced later this week, apparently. I guess we're going to call it a deal now. Scott Bessent announced it and said that we're going to wait for the leaders of the two countries to finalize it. I guess in this country, the president now finalizes corporate mergers and acquisitions, which is something that's pretty concerning. But here's the stake of it. The Chinese parent company ByteDance will retain the single largest ownership stake, 20%. Consortium of U.S. investors, including some MAGA supporters like Mark Andreessen, who runs a Mark Andreessen Horowitz, is set to own 80%. The deputy head of China's powerful cybersecurity regulator said that they'd agreed to a framework that includes licensing the algorithm, which means that the CCP gets to continue programming the algorithm, and Trump allies get to capture the financial upside. It's a pretty striking deal.
Well, on the TikTok so-called framework agreement, I think we all need to see the fine print, and I don't know when or if we will. But Trump has acted, frankly, in a lawless way on TikTok since he took office. Congress passed a legislation that required that TikTok be sold or that it be banned back in January. It was upheld by the Supreme Court of the United States, and Trump, by executive fiat, by waving a pen, has put that off and put it off again until December, so that it appears he can negotiate a deal that lines the pockets of his cronies, that keeps the Chinese, if that report that you read is accurate, in charge of the algorithm, which is exactly what Congress was trying to avoid when it passed this legislation. Because if you control the algorithm, you're able to manipulate the views and the opinions of TikTok users in this country, which the Chinese have already shown a willingness to do, distorting facts, not just about China and Taiwan or Tiananmen, but poisoning the minds of Americans and turning them against each other and against our democratic values and institutions. If that is allowed to be the outcome here, then not only has this been, a model of corruption, but it has skirted very deliberately the intent of Congress, which was to protect U.S. national security against the Chinese Communist Party and the Chinese government. And I frankly think there's a lot of reason to be concerned that this may be where it's going, given all the other evidence of corruption we've seen, but also given Donald Trump's bizarre affection for Xi Jinping and seeming readiness to have a summit meeting in the fall with all the pomp and circumstance, and to hold hands and join with the Chinese dictator at a time when we've gotten very little out of China.